In the quiet town of Maplewood, everyone knew Miss Eleanor, the kind old lady who ran the charming bookshop on Main Street. One evening, as she prepared for the annual town gala, she discovered that her prized family heirloom, a beautiful diamond necklace, was missing. Panic set in as Miss Eleanor searched every corner of her shop and home, but the necklace was nowhere to be found. Desperate, she called Detective Sam Carter, the town's best sleuth, to help solve the mystery. Detective Carter arrived quickly and began his investigation. He examined the shop, looking for clues. Miss Eleanor mentioned that the only people who had entered her shop that day were the town's mayor, Mrs. Whittle, the baker, Mr. Brown, and her niece, Lucy. First, Detective Carter spoke with Mrs. Whittle. She was very nervous and said she had only come in to borrow a book. Next, he questioned Mr. Brown, who claimed he was there to deliver some pastries for the gala. Finally, he talked to Lucy, Miss Eleanor's niece, who had been helping with the decorations. Detective Carter noticed something unusual, a tiny piece of gold thread on the floor near the bookshop's counter. He picked it up and asked Miss Eleanor if she recognized it. She thought for a moment, and then remembered that her niece, Lucy, had been wearing a gold bracelet with a similar thread earlier that day. Detective Carter asked Lucy to show him the bracelet, which she did. He saw that it was missing a thread, matching the one found on the floor. Lucy looked worried, but explained that the bracelet had been old and falling apart. Next, Detective Carter checked the back room where the gala preparations were happening. He found a small golden locket on the floor, which Miss Eleanor recognized as part of her necklace's chain. With this new evidence, Detective Carter confronted Lucy. The young girl burst into tears and confessed that she had accidentally knocked the necklace into a box while decorating. She had been too scared to tell anyone and hoped it would be found later. Miss Eleanor was relieved and forgave Lucy, understanding that it was a mistake.